Thank you. Next
Thank you.
question, Mr. Chairman.
Congressman Rodriguez.
Will the Secretary endorse to the national government the blacklisting of contractors which are destroying national law of the seas and against our economic zone? The contractors that constructed these military installations inside our economic zone, exclusive economic zone, Mr. Chairman.
Secretary Lorenzana, and I would like to remind Congressman Rodriguez, he has 30 seconds left. Secretary Lorenzana.
Mr. Chairman, I think that is more than academic because the President has already said that these companies can continue doing business in the Philippines, especially the one that will construct the Sangli Airport.
Mr. Chairman, since the Secretary...
Congressman Rodriguez.
Since the Secretary is the head of the national defense and, of course, in charge of protecting the sovereignty of our country, and these contractors build installations that is a threat, that are threats to our national security and our sovereignty, would he not therefore give an advice to the President to blacklist them because they are the ones placing this military against us against us in the West Philippine Sea? But my question will be, he will answer that because I have only 30 seconds and I follow that. My question, last question, the last 15 seconds, is has the Secretary prohibited the DITO Communications to put up towers in the military camps as proposed before in a MOA? Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I reserve my right to have a second round, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Congressman Rodriguez. That will be your last question for the first round. For the reply, Secretary Lorenzana.
Mr. Chairman, on the first question recently, just a while ago by the congressman from Cagayan de Oro, I think the advice that we can give maybe to the President is to properly screen these companies before they can conduct business here. But as I said a while ago, I think the President already decided that they can continue the project here. So all we can do is now to be very, very sure that their entry into our territory will not endanger our sovereignty.
Thank you very much, Secretary Lorenzana. Next.
Mr. Chairman, there was a question. Mr. Chairman, there was a last question about DITO Communications. Whether they will not be allowed to put towers because they have a Chinese
Secretary
component.
Lorenzana, regarding the query of Congressman Rodriguez regarding the cell site towers of DITO Communication in military camps.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I'm sorry I missed that question. Yes, they will be allowed on camps that are already also. They have most camps actually in the Philippines have already cell site towers of the Globe and Smart. And the contract or the memorandum of agreement that I signed, approved between the AFP and DITO is that it will just be limited to those camps as well. I think this is just fair for DITO because they will also be providing signals or telco services in the provinces. And army camps or military camps are all over the country, and they also want to be inside camps for security and protection, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Secretary Lorenzana. Next, I will recognize...
One final point, Mr. Chairman, just one final point.
We still have a second round, Congressman Rodriguez.
This will be... I just state that Globe and Telecom are different from DITO because DITO has a 40% Chinese component, Mr. Chairman. That is my point. It's a big difference between Globe and smart cell sites in camps because DITO has 40% Chinese, and of course we have a conflict with the Chinese. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.